I love adventures of all ages, but Little Lambs is my favorite class. I spent the first 4 years in adventurers teaching Little Lambs. And if I could teach Little Lambs while directing my club, I would in a heartbeat. Officially, Little Lambs is for 4-year-olds or pre K. However, I have found many 3-year-olds who are eager to join adventurers, and many parents who are eager to have younger siblings of their adventurers join adventurers. In the clubs I've taught in, we've turned Little Lambs into a 2-year program and welcome the 3-year-olds. My favorite class includes a mix of 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds. We send them on to Eager Beavers at age 5 or after 2 years in Little Lambs. The current NAD guidelines do make a 2-year rotation less interesting and more repetitive. So I do think of the guidelines as just that, flexible guidelines. I use the older guidelines from the previous leader's guide when I put together the requirements for investiture. To invest, I like them to have completed the 4 puzzle patch program requirements: my God, myself, my family, and my world, and any 6 awards. I teach the 4 program requirement classes each year, and I rotate the awards on a 2-year cycle. An older adventurer who joins Little Lambs for 1 year will invest at the end of the year. They will experience the wide variety of topics that we explore. A younger adventurer who joins for 2 years will have the opportunity to earn most of the Little Lambs awards, and they'll see a small bit of review in the second year. The Little Lambs manual includes 2 programs for my God, myself, and my world. I only have 1 program for my family, but my kids have never seemed to mind the repeat on their second year. The Adventure Club Resources USB flash drive at AdventSource has great wall charts for every level to keep track of what awards the child has earned. I love to use these charts. I print them off and I stick them in my notebook. Unfortunately, when I go against what the published program is, obviously I run into some problems. So I have created a similar Little Lambs chart to better fit how I teach Little Lambs. If you need the extra flexibility like I do, I have a free PDF for you, and you will find the link down below in the description. So to use this, right up here, you put the Little Lamb's name. Then we have the basic program requirements, and then you just fill in the awards that you're choosing to do and any extra ones. When they've done this, they're ready to invest. I will say that this system works really well for me where I live, but I've noticed as I get to know more of you that Adventures is run very differently in different places. I live on the West Coast in the United States. Over here where I live, we have a very flexible setup. So our goal is always to meet the kids where they're at and where our church is at and make it work however it works best for us. So where I live, um, if we want to do a 2-year program for Little Lambs, that's totally accepted and everybody's fine with that. But I know that in some places the rules are a lot stricter. So if you are in a place with more rigid rules, you might want to check with your conference or an area coordinator to find out what is allowed where you're at. I hope that whatever you do, though, that it works out for you. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. See you next time.